Hello everyone, got a Guess the ELO game sent in, and it looks like it is by Malt against AliensArePeopleToo. Nice name. On megarandom, so there's a bunch of sheep start with a horse instead of a scout, and you start with a monastery. Interesting. And so Malt in the pink as Mongols, and then in the blue we have AliensArePeopleToo as Ethiopians. Looks like there's some shallows in the middle there and some fish on the outside. But overall, I'd say a very open map here, judging by it. Yeah, this is a good lumber camp. I think either of these spots would be completely fine. He's saying if you can use horses to push deer, and he's realizing that you can't. I wasn't sure actually either until I seen that. Okay, grabbing one of the boars. Is there a second boar? Only one boar. Okay. You definitely hope for two when you have Mongols. But that's okay. Okay, does a good lure there. Going for a house in a weird spot, actually. Okay, starting the wall, I guess. Normally I'd recommend you do it a little bit further down, but this is the horse, okay. When you scout your opponent, if you see berries, turn back and go around and be careful. That's where you want to pay more attention to it. He is walling in, okay, quite early here. And getting the deer. I actually would have recommended, doesn't have to be first, but I would recommend milling it. Okay, and he is. Makes sense. Now, as Mongols, you are going to be up quicker than Ethiopians quite frequently, so in all honesty, you probably don't need to wall too early, unless you're worried about a drush or something. But if you're worried about a drush, I would actually recommend finishing it all the way, 3 villagers, 2 villagers, something like that. But barring that, I mean, there's also, even if there is a drush, there's no scouts, so it's harder to block villagers. You almost need to hit them with 2 villagers and hit them with 2 militia and block with 1. So much more difficult. So I'd be less afraid of a drush here, I would say. And it looks like a scout build, I would say, judging by the resource build here. And your opponent is feudal rushing, it looks like. Does he have a barracks? No barracks. Okay, there is a barracks. And will you see it? No. Okay. 2 archery range rush. Interesting. It looks like he's going archers. And you are going stable with scouts. Now, I would recommend that you build a house and probably close this off pretty quick. Obviously, you're not aware yet that this is here, so that's going to be a pleasant surprise in a minute here. Looks like you got horse collars, so you're expecting it to be like I guess you're expecting men-at-arms or archers, I guess. Men-at-arms? Yeah. Anyways, it's going to be a surprise. Whew, that's a lot of archers. And already with fletching too. Oh boy, okay. I think right here, in all honesty, that's not enough scouts. With the vills there, that's not enough. Yeah, because there's fletching on these archers. Yeah, it's yeah, as you can see, kind of realize that right there. So, and you need. Now you're gonna have a tough time because even with these 2 scouts, it might be difficult. You do need to wall in some way. Yeah, that'll do it. It's not ideal, but it'll do it. The hard thing is you're making scouts and you're not going to have a lot of farms here, and you're off berries, so like it's very difficult to deal with. Now, the main recommendation I would have made at the start here was your very first scout you should send towards your enemy base. You might have spotted this, you might not have, but at the very least, you might have taken him off gold or you know, off food. I mean, it looks like he's not doing. Oh my God! Look at this build. Okay, I just gotta take a moment to appreciate this. This is an ancient build. It used to be a Mayan strategy, and actually I used to do it on occasion, where you get fast fletching and you go 3 ranges, because you basically just try and overrun your opponent and 0 on food. So, entertaining, but what this means is if you can hold, you can win. And I think the second you see this many archers, you have like 15 here, like 12 or something like that at this point in time, you got a mine stone. You need a second tower. That's and you need a gate right here. I'm gonna say I would build a stone gate if I were you with a few villagers, just to stop them from going around. He doesn't know that you're still open here. Okay, good. You are going on stone here, and you are making villagers. So the weird thing is that He's on 19 villagers, so if you can hold, you can win. And in this case, 3 towers and you can hold. So now, I'm not sure if you're going to get there. And if you hit him with these 2 scouts, even if you took him off wood, it would just be a huge blow to his economy. So, and I would have, I mean, obviously it's going to be tough to deal with this here, but you want to be able to build a tower just outside the range. Ooh, it's too close. You don't want to be in range of the archers. Cancel it and build it 1 tile back. There you go. By the way, you can count tiles. I mean, it's hard to do, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. So, but now at least you have 2 towers. You're kind of okay. Oh, really? Really? Okay. I guess it works. The weird thing is you're still ahead in villagers, so I think. So you might actually be okay here. This is a fun game. And because you're still making builds, you might be okay. Now he could build a tower right behind here, right? And that would be a huge problem for you. Because that's your 1 wood pile. I mean, you can kind of get this one again, I guess, but it's not ideal. The other thing I'm going to say is, like, if you see it a full all in like this, you got to go more on stone. I mean, he's not here, he's not doing anything. If you get a couple tower spots, you're going to be completely fine. And he still isn't any on food. So he's still 100% archers. Which means if he's not killing stuff, you're catching up. So I don't think you need the market here. Well, maybe you do. I mean, this is... now it's looking dicey here. What a game. Oh my god. Okay. Now still, he doesn't have archer armor, so towers are very dangerous for those archers. Okay. That's a lot of archers. Oh! Are you sneaking it up by him? This is so deadly. If he sees that, all those villas are gonna die. Oh, with the tower, you might be good. That actually worked out alright. And see, the thing is, now you have stone coverage. Get the stone. You're on 30 vills. And if we look at your opponent, 19 vills still. He hasn't even tried to get more villagers. He's basically saying, I need to make you quit, or else, you know, with these archers, or else I'm done. So, and in all honesty, after he got the military lead, your opponent should have put 5 villagers on food, taken them off gold, and put them on food. He looks like he has now, but good tower usage there. And you managed to get fletching too, look at that. The other thing though is at this point in time, if you make even 1 archery range, even after you lost that first scout fight, and I wouldn't have recommended taking that first scout fight, but if you did, building 1 archery range and just massing skirms, you know, you can stop making vills for a bit. I mean, you're essentially, if you can get, and not even get fletching, just the archer armor upgrade. If you can do just that, you can kill archers, no problem. Okay, looks like this tower is getting up. That's good. Ooh, gonna be close. Better power build it. So power build it, you keep right-clicking like you did there. If you did that a little earlier, it might have saved a few bills. Okay. 29 bills. You're still way ahead, I'm gonna say. It's weird, because it doesn't feel like it for you, I bet, because of all the action. What a game. I still remember the first time I played against the full archers with Mayans, 3 ranges. The guy that I played actually got the armor upgrade too, and it was very, very well done. I actually fooled around with the strategy quite a bit at one point in my career. Early, I mean, we're talking like, I don't know, 2001 or 2002. Pretty soon after the expansion came out. It's actually even better now with Mayans because you can do eagles. So if your opponent goes full skirms, you can kind of deal with that. Now you do need a safe wood here. I'm going to say you need to range this tower. I'm not sure if it can hit there. A little too far, I think. But skirms would be way better than scouts. Scouts are they're okay, but no armor upgrade. And if he makes spears, and I mean obviously he's not with his economy, but. Okay, good. You need a tower somewhere that can defend a wood pile. That'll work. I don't know if it'll work, but it's not bad. Okay, eliminating those archers. Good job. What a game. This is a lot of fun to watch, actually. For your opponent, this is what he needs to do. He needs to keep you off resources. And what you need to do is get a tower up by a wood pile, like, I don't even know, like here, and build the wood camp there. Like, you need a spot where you can just cleanly get wood without being harassed. Also, you need to put your villagers back to work. I know that's hard to do when they're being harassed like this, but even right here, second tower, you know, so you can't garrison underneath. You're gonna go build with bills. Keep 5 in here. You can shoot this tower, by the way. Ooh, yeah. With the shallows, you can't wall us, so. Okay. You will take this tower down, though, if you attack it. So you have to sometimes some of these towers don't attack the right things, so you gotta focus on that. Yeah, or else this would be down, and you wouldn't have to worry about this. So that's one suggestion I would definitely make. Take this tower down. Ooh, especially now. This is just killing bills for free there. Very painful. Yeah, you got this covered. That's good. You need to take this tower out. Like, oh my god. This is the MVP tower right here. It's got your main wood, gold. You'd have wood access here. Like, there's just so many things. With this, ooh, you need to keep some in this tower. Oh boy. Oh boy, they're coming. Oh, they made it away. Oh, but now the tower's going down. At least you can take this wood pit, kind of. Oh. All sides. 29 vills. You know what? You're still in a good spot. It's weird, because you're 24 vills. Okay, your opponent's on 38. Okay, you might be in trouble now. And I do think, yeah, you had him there. If you took down this tower. In all honesty, one of these early towers could have been, after you put this one here, could have been slightly closer in range and just shot this tower down. You would have had wood access then. It would have been keeping within range to make sure those archers couldn't harass so much. This side was just a nightmare because of all the harassment. Definitely skirms. Doesn't matter, you already have a stable. These scouts are 100% for offense only. I mean, maybe, you know, when you're like this, you got a tower there or something, they can fight defense too, but nice kill there. Just mopped him up. But the scouts at the start, if you sent that first scout to your enemy, you'd figure out, hey, I don't see his base. You see a barracks, you see nothing else. You see 6 on gold or 10 on gold, you'd know right away. And with 19 villagers, which is how many your enemy had, even if you kill 3 or 4, it's almost, you know, like you have the game in the bag. And even at this point, I'm still thinking, even at this point, adding an archery range with archer armor and getting such a dicey tower. Oh my god. I guess you can do it, but yeah, okay, you didn't manage to get it. But it's like if you had archer armor, you would just clean the skirms or clean the archers. They're so weak against ones with armor. And now you cleaned up all your opponent's stuff, it looks like, and I think for the first time you can kind of breathe. But I think your opponent now is 43 bills and going to Castle Age, so it's going to be pretty tough. Now let's see if you can kind of give some damage to him. But with that many archers, I think you're in trouble if he builds a siege shop, yeah, which he's doing. Now if you can sneak in here and do some damage, okay, he's fast house walling, he's building pikemen. I hate to say it, but I think you're in trouble here. Yeah, even crossbows get tough with pikes too. Only 2 scouts left, yeah, I think you're in trouble here. So, let's what a game. What a game. But yeah, obviously the score is deceptive, right? You killed so much of his army, but you lost so many villagers that the score looks close, but he's 70 population, he's double your population, and he's in the next stage. I don't think there's much you can do against mangonels with archers and repairing, because you can't even make it to Castle Age, I don't think. Yeah, and the town center's going down here, so score is deceptively close, but yeah, it's a game over there. A really crazy game, I'm gonna say, but yeah, if you have the chance, like the second you see that first set of archers, those scouts, you got to keep them garrisoned or back of your base. You didn't have enough. Essentially, the way I look at it is those 2 villagers that he had with the 5 archers is roughly equal to 1 scout. 2 villagers can kill a scout on their own with losing only 1 vill. And he had 5 archers, and they all had fletching, so it makes him actually pretty tough. So I would say for an army like that, if you have 5 scouts, maybe you can engage. 4 scouts might be okay, but it's I wouldn't do it. And if you have anything less, don't engage, because you'll lose that fight cost effectively, and you do tons more damage with his 17 or 19 villagers. If you hit his gold mine, no more archers are coming. And the other thing I would advise is you got to wall to the TC a little quicker. I mean, if you walled right here instead of back here, you might be able to keep this wood going a little bit longer. And also build a tower right away. I think by your back wood and gold, because then you can keep both resources. I think you build it right in this spot here, somewhere in between the wood and the gold. And that way at least you're kind of able to get both within some reason as needed. And it'll buy you some time. And to be honest, the second I seen the archers, I would say stop making scouts immediately. And keep making vills like you were doing. Get on stone. I would actually say more than the 3 on stone you had. And also, after a couple towers, I say you need an archery range and full skirms. And maybe even stop making vills for a little bit and get the archer armor upgrade. And, you know, skirms will eat the archers. As long as you're not fighting uphill or something like that. So, and then after that, you have, you know, at that point, there was a point where you had 29 or 30 some villagers and he only had 19. So even if you were not making vills, you're still, as long as you can hold the army. And with a tower and with some skirms and all that type of stuff and your own towers, I think it would be doable. Anyways, very entertaining game. I really appreciate you sending this one to me. And I have to guess the ELO here. And I'm going to say, good execution, good strategy. I'm going to say you didn't have many idle vills, idle TC time. Couple decisions could have been slightly better. This is hard for me. I'm going to say, you know, somewhere in the 1,500, 1,600 range. Maybe something like that. For both you and your opponent. Anyways, let me know in the comments what it actually was. I'm definitely curious. And thanks for sending me this game. And it's nice to see people sending losses too, because it shows they're willing to try to improve. So really appreciate you sending a tougher one. All right, I'll see you in the next game.